Hey everybody, and welcome to Meals with Melissa, where we come up with healthier options for things that you love to eat. Now, I know that we're all struggling to find extra interesting, creative ways to use chicken because, we eat a lot of it. So tonight we've come up with a great recipe. It is chicken and bok choy turmeric stir fry. Now, I love stir fry. You can add a little bit of rice to it. Tastes amazing. Throw some vegetables in there. And I've got an interesting alternative to the sauce tonight. So we started out, I've already cooked the chicken. I've taken about a half a pound of chicken, cut it into half-inch pieces, and cooked it on high in extra virgin olive oil and salted it just a little bit for some taste. So did that really quick so that we wouldn't have to do that right now. We're gonna put that in an extra bowl because we're gonna start back over and we're gonna heat up a little bit more of the olive oil. Okay, love olive oil. We use a lot of extra virgin olive oil at my house. We also have macadamia nut oil, avocado oil, coconut oil. We use it all. We use all the healthy versions of things versus vegetable oil, which is horrific for you. So we're gonna just add a little bit more. I'm gonna put this on high because we're gonna start add some other flavors to this. Okay, meanwhile, the original recipe calls for coconut aminos. I like coconut, but not a huge fan of coconut aminos. Plus, G. Hughes has come out with a sugar-free teriyaki marinade, which is fantastic. So I'm gonna use that tonight instead. So we're gonna take, let's see, just checking my recipe really quick, 2 tablespoons, of this teriyaki. Let's shake it up just a little bit, make sure that it's doing what it's supposed to. All right, I'm gonna take 2 tablespoons of this and throw it in a bowl with a little bit of turmeric. Now, turmeric, as you know, is really good for you, helps fight inflammation. So, perfect. Okay. So we do a little bit of that, and then we add a little bit of turmeric. Let's see, how much do I need to throw in there? About 1/4 of a teaspoon. So I'm actually gonna eyeball it tonight just because I can eyeball it there. Not a ton, but enough that we can get some of the flavor in there. Okay, mix that up, and we're gonna set that aside. Meanwhile, we're heating our pan with the olive oil, and we're gonna start to add some different things, including some vegetables. So to that, we're gonna add a little bit of garlic. Now, I love garlic, so you can never add too much garlic to anything. So we're gonna add 2 cloves. Now, I'm using minced garlic because it's already cut up. I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to touch it. And honestly, it's okay if I add a little extra because I don't mind that. But we're gonna add the equivalent of 2 cloves. So in here, it says 1 teaspoon equals 1 clove of garlic. So here's my teaspoon measure. We're gonna throw 2 in there. Again, maybe even a little bit more than it calls for. Oh yeah. Just make sure that whoever you're gonna kiss tonight is also eating garlic, so that you both smell like it. Not a bad idea. Okay, so let's turn this down just a smidge and take it off the burner because, yeah, we're making a little bit of a mess with it, but that's okay. All right, so we're gonna just stir that around just a little bit. I've just got my rubber scraper. Now, the original recipe calls for a wok. I don't own one, so you know what? We're gonna use what we got here. All right. So to the garlic, it's just releasing that scent. I just love. Okay, we're gonna add some bok choy. Now, the original recipe, again, I've made a partial recipe, so just keep that in mind that I do that a lot because, I have a small family, so I don't have to necessarily make a full recipe. So the original recipe calls for 4 to 6 bok choy ends trimmed. I'm not using that much, you guys. This stuff is a little pricey. So, if you need to use some more of the other vegetables and a little bit less of this, not a big deal. All right, so I'm gonna throw that in there, coat that. I actually need a little more olive oil because it's cooking down just a little bit. All right, so it says to toss. I'm just gonna use a rubber scraper. All right, rubber scraper. Makes it super easy. So I'm just trying to coat that just a little bit so I can infuse the flavor of the garlic. I'm gonna remove it from my heat again just because it's getting a little hot and I don't wanna burn anything. All right, so to that, I am now going to add, making sure I got this right, some mushrooms and some onions. Okay, so this recipe calls for shiitake mushrooms. Now, again, not exactly cheap, so if you are on a budget, you might want to add a different type of mushroom, but I did find shiitake mushrooms even at my local Walmart. Not a fan of Walmart, is what it is. Found them. All right, so you're going to you're going to trim the ends off, the stems off, and you're going to slice them. So I'm going to throw that in here. Again, I'm going to have to throw just a little more olive oil. I'm always okay with that, like if it's not enough, because I want to make sure that I'm not burning anything. Okay. And honestly, I don't use enough to go through this very fast, so not a big deal. All right, so I'm stir frying the bok choy just a little bit, getting it ready. I would do this on a closer burner, but my stove is not a great stove. This is the only burner that works on this stove. Talk to my property manager. All right, so To this, I'm going to add these mushrooms, and I love mushrooms, guys. I love mushrooms in everything, so I am completely okay with using all the mushrooms I got, but the recipe does call for 1 cup, so probably a little more than that. I'm all right with that. Again, you know, it's all about creating a flavor that you like, a taste that you like. It's about finding your groove. And so, you know what? I like garlic. I like mushrooms. We're going to add a little more than called for. All right. So I'm going to stir fry this just a little bit. Again, I'm not really tossing. I don't have a wok. It's one of those things that, you know what, I don't need it. I'm just going to use what I got. All right. To that, I'm also going to add some green onions. So about 4 to 6 green onions sliced. Okay, super easy. Again, you can find those anywhere. They just add a little bit of flavor, a little bit of crunch, a little bit of texture to it. So I'm going to throw that in there as well. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I like that the green gives it a little bit of color too. It's not just, you ever eat a meal and it's all brown and bland and boring? Yeah, it's not fun. All right. Not a fan. I am a huge foodie, believe it or not. I love flavor. I love, you know, the great idea of when chefs mix textures, just all of that great stuff. I'm not the best cook, but I can follow a recipe. So that is why I enjoy this. And I do try to really pick recipes that are not complicated because I can't do complicated, and I know you don't have time either. All right, so I'm gonna stir fry that for just a minute. I might, again, need to add just a little bit of some more olive oil. And to that, the only thing that we have left to add, besides the chicken, is the sauce. So again, be liberal. It's totally up to you. Again, because I made a half recipe, I kind of halved everything, almost everything. Okay, but I do want to use enough of the sauce in order to coat the texture, coat all the pieces that are in my recipe there. So, okay, so I'm going to mix that up. Let the sauce heat up with the different vegetables and the mushrooms. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this. And actually, the sauce is perfect. I don't really need to add anything else to that. So, awesome. Okay, so to that, I'm just going to add the chicken. Make sure the chicken has reheated up just a little bit. That's plenty hot. Okay. And look at that. That is my recipe. That's it. So, again, we got a little bit of turmeric, a little bit of teriyaki sauce. Use coconut aminos if that works for you. Like I said, depends on you know, the day whether I can handle that. But this is the perfect recipe. Serve it with a little bit of cooked jasmine rice. You've got the perfect meal, right? Super easy. Take whatever's left tomorrow for lunch. That's called food prep. Okay? Perfect. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. I can't wait to taste this. You know, I know it's a great recipe if my family will eat it and not complain. That's what happened to the last one. So, again, it's all about making it easy. It's all about making it work for you, be convenient. You shouldn't always have to eat out, but it shouldn't be complicated either. So, make sure that you find recipes that work for you, that are flavors that you like. And it's okay to introduce your family to new flavors as well. Why would you not help them eat healthy as, you know, alongside you? So, guys, I get my very best ideas from you. If you make the recipe, let me know what you think. I love to hear back from you. Or if you have a great recipe you'd love to share, maybe it's a family recipe. Sometimes we make a little bit of substitution because, of course, we got to make sure that it is healthy all the way around. But I love it. Make sure that you drop a comment down below. Let me know if you have something you want to share. You can also message me at Facebook Messenger. Now, for the rest of the recipes, make sure you hop onto YouTube and sign up for my Fillmore Fitness channel. You can see all the recipes that I've ever done, plus the ones that I do from here on out. It gives you some great ideas in order to help feed your family in a healthy way. Have an incredible night, you guys. Stay tuned for next time. That is Meals with Melissa. Have a great night.